They told me the secret to wealth was working hard, saving money, and climbing the corporate ladder. Sound familiar? Have you ever wondered why you're still broke despite doing everything right? I sure did. And then I came across Robert Kiyosaki and his book Rich Dad Poor Dad, and my world flipped upside down. It was like a slap in the face, but the good kind. The wake-up call I needed. Kiyosaki's teachings made me ask myself, am I really chasing wealth, or am I just surviving paycheck to paycheck, calling it life? If you're listening to this, chances are you're on a small salary, and you want out. Not in 10 years. Not when you retire. You want out now, within 6 months. Is it possible? Absolutely. But not if you keep thinking like the poor dad. You've got to think like the rich. And that starts right now. Lesson 1. It's not how much you make, it's how much you keep. Let me be brutally honest. My salary was barely enough to cover my rent, groceries, and bills. Maybe you're in the same boat. So when someone told me, you need to start investing, I laughed. With what money? But Kiyosaki taught me something powerful. Wealth isn't about income, it's about habits. You see, his rich dad didn't make a huge salary at first. But he kept more of what he made and turned it into assets. He bought investments, businesses, real estate. The poor dad, Kiyosaki's biological father, earned a good salary but spent it all trying to look successful. So I started keeping track of every dollar I spent. Did I really need 5 streaming subscriptions? Was that daily $7 coffee necessary? I asked myself, what if I treated every dollar like a seed that could grow a tree? I created a simple system. 70% of my salary for needs, 20% for investments even if small, and 10% for learning. Suddenly, I wasn't broke. I was empowered. Lesson 2. Mind your own business. This lesson hit me hard. Kiyosaki says, the poor and middle class work for money. The rich make money work for them. My job wasn't my business. It was someone else's. So if I wanted to build real wealth, I had to start minding my own business. That meant building assets, things that put money in my pocket. I started small. I learned about affiliate marketing and set up a free blog on a niche I was passionate about. I began selling digital products I created, like short guides and templates. They didn't make me rich overnight, but they were mine. Kiyosaki's first real business was selling comic books at school. He wasn't reading them, he was renting them out. That's the mindset. Ask yourself, what small business could I start today with the skills I already have? Lesson 3. The power of financial education. School never taught me how to manage money, but Kiyosaki did. He says, money without financial intelligence is money soon gone. So I took the 10% of my salary that I saved for learning and bought books, listened to podcasts, watched YouTube channels on finance, investing, and entrepreneurship. Not Netflix, KnowledgeFlix. I didn't wait until I had money to learn how to use it. I prepared my mind first. When opportunities came, I recognized them. Kiyosaki educated himself through real estate seminars and business experiences. When he lost money, he gained wisdom. I asked myself, am I investing in my entertainment or in my evolution? Lesson 4. Break the employee mindset. Most of us were raised to be employees. We were trained to seek job security, not financial freedom. But Kiyosaki flipped that script. He said, don't say, I can't afford it. Say, how can I afford it? So I stopped seeing my salary as my limit and started seeing it as a launchpad. I leveraged my evenings and weekends. I freelanced, flipped secondhand goods, sold digital art, and wrote for online platforms. I built income streams, not excuses. I wasn't just an employee anymore. I was a creator. What could you create today that people would pay for tomorrow? Lesson 5. Take calculated risks. Kiyosaki said something that shook me. If you're not a risk taker, you should get the hell out of business. But he didn't mean stupid risks. He meant informed ones. So I stopped being paralyzed by fear. I started with small bets. $50 into a profitable online course, $20 in a dividend-paying stock, $100 into a domain and website. I learned. I adjusted. Kiyosaki bought his first real estate deal with no money down. He studied the market and structured a win-win. What small, smart risk can you take this week that might change your future? Lesson 6. Use leverage. Time, money, and people. The rich don't just use their own time or money. They use leverage. Kiyosaki used borrowed money, good debt, to buy appreciating assets like real estate. He partnered with smart people and delegated tasks. I applied this by using free tools, leverage of technology, and outsourcing small tasks, leverage of people, to freelancers for cheap. I joined mastermind groups and online forums to leverage knowledge. I asked, who or what can help me grow faster than I can alone? Lesson 7. The power of sales and marketing. Kiyosaki said the most important skill in life is sales. That was tough for me. I didn't want to sell. But then I realized, everything is sales. You sell your skills in a job interview. You sell your ideas in a meeting. You sell your products online. So I learned copywriting. I practiced storytelling. I sold my first digital product online. It was just $10, but it was the best $10 I ever made. That's when I understood. If you can sell, you can survive. If you can market, you can thrive. Examples from Robert Kiyosaki's life. Number 1. Comic book library. As a child, Kiyosaki and his friend collected comic books and created a mini library where other kids could pay to read. That was his first lesson in business and passive income. Number 2. Velcro wallet business. One of his early ventures failed. But it taught him about patents, branding, and product demand. Number 3. Real estate deals. Kiyosaki bought property using little or none of his own money. He looked for distressed deals, fixed them up, and rented them for passive income. Number 4. Cash flow game. He created a board game to teach people about money. It became a global success. He didn't just preach, he created value. A step-by-step 6-month action plan. Month 1. Track every dollar you spend. Cut 30% of unnecessary expenses. Start a savings investment account. Read Rich Dad Poor Dad. Identify 3 skills you can monetize. Month 2. Use evenings, weekends to create a small digital product or service. Open a free blog, YouTube channel, or Etsy store. Invest $50 in learning online courses, books. Find a financial mentor or accountability partner. Month 3. Launch your first product or service. Invest $100 into an asset, stock, crypto, business tools. Join one mastermind group or online business forum. Pitch your skill as a freelancer. Month 4. Automate income streams, use email marketing, templates, tools. Learn about good debt and leveraging credit wisely. Study 1 hour daily on sales, marketing, or investing. Network with 5 like-minded individuals. Month 5. Scale what works. Repeat products, services with demand. Reinvest 50% of profits into learning or growth tools. Explore joint ventures or partnerships. Evaluate passive income opportunities, real estate, digital assets. Month 6. Diversify. Create a second income stream. Audit finances. How much did you keep? How much grew? Teach others. Blog, podcast, or mentor someone. Set 12-month wealth goals. Rich is a mindset. Let me leave you with this. Your salary doesn't define your wealth. Your decisions do. 6 months from now, you could be in the same place, making excuses. Or you could be building assets, creating income streams, and designing a life of freedom. Kiyosaki said, the single most powerful asset we all have is our mind. If it is trained well, it can create enormous wealth. So I ask you, will you be a slave to money, or will you train your mind to master it? The clock is ticking. Your journey starts today.